What up, ladies and gentlemen, Chen Chen here bringing you guys another video. Today we are here looking at the preseason 2021 Mythic and Legendary items preview. I will not actually be discussing all of these just because I feel as if you can, go through them yourself, or you can watch probably countless of other YouTubers who are doing it. This video is very specific to Vladimir, alright? Vladimir is what my channel is basically known around, and kind of want to keep it that way, especially for this video. So if you want to look in this post, you can find it through League of Legends website. I'll try to put it in my comments or description, but I might forget. Anyways, this video will be very crucial because personally I feel as if Vladimir is not at his prime in Season 10. He has definitely fallen off everyone's radar. And I just believe he doesn't feel as good as he used to feel in Season 8, Season 10, or Season 9 rather. Anyways, that is my opinion, so I'm very excited to see these items and see how they actually affect Vladimir. With that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button, join the Crimson Pack by subscribing to the channel. Let's get right into it. Alright, I have scrolled to a part. By the way, this is my first time actually reading this, so this will be a raw reaction. I have scrolled to the part where Vladimir most likely fits in. Unless he all of a sudden gets changed to AD, I believe this will probably be the category that Vladimir fits at. Starting off, we have Hex Tech Rocket Belt. This is mobility. I guess this is kind of like the identity of the item. 3200 gold. Is that the same? Alright, that is not the same as the current Proto Belt. I should probably know this by heart because I'm a Proto Belt user and a Vlad main, but 3200 gold is definitely not the same as Hextech Proto Belt. It is, let me do some quick Asian math, 700 gold more than Proto Belt. Now, one of the main reasons why Proto Belt was so good was because of its cheapness, right? It was super cheap, so you can go for it and, spike earlier than most champions. That was one of Proto Belt's main benefits. So this price change is actually very huge. Now it also grants 80 ability power, 250 HP, and 15 ability haste. We already discussed about the price difference. In terms of HP, it's getting 20 more HP, 50 less HP, and 15 ability haste. Now, this is still, in the very early stages. Obviously, you can't tell the effectiveness behind ability haste yet until I actually am able to playtest it. So 15 ability haste, I can't really translate that to much. Let's look at the active dashes. Unleash an arc of rockets that deal X amount of damage, then gain 75 movement speed towards champions for 1 second. That is pretty nuts. Let me 25. So it's dealing more damage, and it has the same cooldown. Wait, so this is actually like 20 times better than Proto Belt. You're getting more AP. This is still very, very unknown territory, but you're getting 75% movement speed towards champions. That, I can't see that being like not used on Vladimir. This has to be like the core item. Just because 75% movement speed, that is a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghost gives 24 to 48. Now I know that is just 1 second, but this is huge. I can see this being very good. Obviously still going to have to play around. And it grants all other legendary items magic penetration. This is a stat that Vlad really needs. I think this is it. I think this is freaking it. Alright, I don't know how Spellbinder is going to go or fare against this. I think this is extremely top-notch for Vladimir. 5 magic penetration. That is absolutely huge. A lot of people like to go for early Merc Treads or just go MR against Vladimir. So having this ability to scale off of magic penetration per building items, this is it, guys. This is the item we needed. Alright, moving on to the next one, we have Axamuk's Folly, I believe. Magic Vamp. Okay, 3,200 gold. Same stats pretty much as the Rocket Belt, but it gives Omni Vamp. Alright, I've never heard of that. I believe that's just Spell Vamp, and it has a corruption effect. I believe this is its passive, because it doesn't show active. For each second in champion combat, deal 3% bonus damage. While this effect is max, convert 100%. Okay, I don't know what Riot's doing. They're kind of debating me. This was looking super sexy. This is looking super, super sexy. If Omni Vamp works like I think it would, where, you know, if you deal damage with spells, you're going to heal, right? That's kind of what Magic Vamp is. This could also be a core item. I'm not going to lie, because Vladimir's just going to heal like crazy. And it's a Liandry's effect, but the longer you're in fights, you're dealing true damage. So right off the bat, I can see things like Conquer. A lot of champions that are AP and build Conquer would absolutely love this. And Vladimir potentially might even go Conquer Vladimir with this and just go full tank. Like, imagine that. He's going to be healing, he has HP, he has healing, and he has this, which is dealing true damage, and he gains Magic Pen. So you're not losing a whole lot of this. The main difference between Rocket Belt and this Folly item, Rocket Belt has more mobility, which is very core for Vladimir's identity, but Magic Vamp is literally what Vladimir does. He literally heals. So I don't see how this wouldn't be a core item as well. Guys, lots of playtesting. I'm super excited. And the last item we have is Night Harvester. Team Fight Multi-Kill. Okay, Riot Games, what are you doing to me? They all sound good for Vladimir. Let's see what this is. So I believe all items are actually... Nope, just kidding. All AP items that are non-mana are 3,200 gold. 80 ability power, 250 health, 15 ability haste. So pretty much all of these are giving almost exact same stats, relatively so. And then he has the reaping effect. Damaging an enemy champion deals X amount of damage, granting you movement speed for 1.5 seconds. Damaging an enemy champion deals this amount of damage and grants you... Okay. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one I feel as if is definitely less effective for Vladimir as opposed to these two items, but its passive scales off of ability haste. So this is one that's, once again, we're gonna have to look into how effective ability haste actually is. If ability haste is ridiculous, I can see Vladimir picking this up, but I would only expect it to be subpar comparatively to these two items. So the final verdict, these two items are definitely core, like absolutely perfect fitting into Vladimir's playstyle and Vladimir's identity. And this one, we're just going to have to playtest. I can't be too sure. Ability haste, we're going to have to see how good that is. Alright, next, I kind of want to just look into legendary items. You guys can obviously look into other people's mystics or other classes' mystics. I just kind of focused on Vladimir's playstyle, which is AP Mystics for non-mana champions. We're going to be looking into these new legendary items, which does scale for these mythic passives. Remember, Vladimir's items will either give magic penetration or ability haste. So this category is pretty important to look at. We're going to skip the AD unless Vladimir all of a sudden switches to an AD champion, which I doubt it. Just gonna skip these. Force of Nature is... Okay, we'll look at this because this is kind of a tank item which will synergize with the Folly item. So this is giving 350 HP, 55 magic resist, 7% movement speed. Taking ability damage grants you movement speed and magic resist. Okay, well this is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy. So, like I said earlier, I'm just gonna find it because I don't want to scroll. This item, because of its corruption effect, where the longer you're in a fight, you're dealing more damage, I can see this item being very good on tank Vladimir. So I think the item I showcased earlier, where was it? Well, they revamped a lot of items. Jesus. Updated legendaries. Okay, wow, there's a lot to go through, guys. So because of that item, I think Force of Nature will be a very, very good item against heavy AP compositions. So like, you know, Vladimir used to go Spear Visage a ton of the times when there's like 3 or 4 AP dealers. This could be the new item because you're getting movement speed and heavy tank resistances, and you're getting more of these basic stats, which is really, really good. Gonna skip this. Alright, Horizon Focus. 3,000 gold, 100 ability power, focus fire, damaging a champion with an ability at over 850 range, or immobilizing them reveals the target and increase your damage dealt to them by 15. Just like a side note, 15% is bigger than Vladimir's ult, which is at 10%. So obviously you can tell this doesn't synergize with Vladimir at all, but this is pretty broken of an item on a lot of champions, I can already tell. So moving on, we have Cosmic Drive, 3,000 gold, 60 AP, 200 health, and 30 ability haste. Alright, so I can already tell that this is going to be a pretty good item for Vladimir. Dealing damage with abilities grant 10 plus 20% ability haste. Wait, what? Dealing damage with abilities grant 10 movement speed for 4 seconds plus 20 ability haste. So you are gaining more movement speed the more haste you have. Interesting. Well, just like a side note, guys, a lot of these items are giving more movement speed, which synergizes well with Vlad. So you can already tell I'm excited. There's going to be a ton of new builds on Vladimir, but it's hard to say which one is the best right now. This is definitely an item that is viable, though. I feel as if dealing damage with abilities grant movement speed. Yeah, this will definitely be viable. Like, I can already tell you're doing your full combo. This will kind of act like the new Spellbinder, I think. Unless Spellbinder is still an item. It has to be where they got the inspiration from, because it's literally giving you more movement speed, but not AP, but never mind, whatever. It's gonna play like Spellbinder for Vladimir, so this is definitely a viable option. Next item we have is Demonic Embrace. 3,000 gold, 80 AP, 400 HP. Dealing ability damage to a champion causes them to take 2%. Okay, so this is a tank item. Once again, tank Vladimir is a possibility, and you can definitely see this item. But this item will definitely be good against or for a lot of those AP bruisers like Galio, Cho'Gath. This will be a pretty good item for them. Moving on, we have Chem Tech Fumigator. I think so. Fumigator? Sure, whatever. 2,100 gold, 45 AP, 15 A cooldown reduction. I'm just gonna call it cooldown reduction. And 100% base mana regeneration. Sadly, this part makes it sway away from Vladimir, but this is such a cheap item for some good cheap AP, or I mean cooldown reduction. And dealing magic damage applies 40% grievance wounds. Okay, so this is, never mind, this is a fuck Vladimir item actually. So I can see a lot of mid lane champions taking this, who are versing against Vladimir. Next time we have Staff of Flowing Water, 2,100 gold again. These cheap items are so good. Just kidding. Not good for Vladimir. 60 AP, healing or shielding. Okay, so this is kind of like Ardent Sensor pretty much. Moving on, Ancient Runes. I just kind of want to read this. What is this? 1,000 gold, level 13 required to purchase. Control. This item can store up to what? 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 Okay, they're just kind of changing Is this a support item? No, it's not, because you purchased it at level 13. But this is an insane support item, what the hell? Alright, moving on. Let's look into, these are already existing items. We're just going to look into items that Vlad normally builds. So Spear Visage, Vlad doesn't really build this, but let's see how it changed. So it's still giving 10%, 10 ability haste. Okay, so Spear Visage right now gives 10% CDR. So if this is directly translated, I believe 10 ability haste is equivalent to 10% CDR. Don't quote me on it, I might be wrong, but... Okay, so Spear Visage really hasn't changed, I believe. I still think the other item is going to be better than this, but still pretty viable. Alright, I'm scrolling down and I do not see another item. Okay, Morellonomicon, 2,500 gold. That is super cheap. I believe it's 3,000, right? I believe right now it's 3,000, so this is 500 cheaper, 70 AP, 250 HP, dealing damage. Okay, so it's pretty much the same item, but cheaper and probably less stats, right? Oh, you're also losing penetration, I think. Yeah. So it's just an anti-heal item. Alright. That is pretty much it for the video. This is the final note. RIP to Spellbinder. All of you Spellbinder users. Feels bad, but it do be like that. I mean, the Spell Dance this has to be what they were going for in replacement for Spellbinder, in my opinion. But RIP for you Spellbinder users, all of you people who hated on my videos because I used Protobelt. I'm just kidding, no one really did that, but my analysis on that video is going to be useless now, which kind of sucks. Spellbinder is a rip in the ground. So to recap, I'm not going to go over everything, but these two items I can definitely see being very viable, and I feel as if all of these are viable. It just depends on the core items that you go with, because like I said, if ability haste is super absurd on Vladimir, this item will be a go-to with that 30% ability haste right here. Just kidding, that is AD. Okay, whatever, I went through it earlier. It's gonna be ridiculous with those type of items, so I'm just super excited. Guys, like I said, Vladimir feels so bad to play in Season 10, so I'm so excited. New items, new builds. The possibilities are endless for Vladimir, and I hope that he strives in Season 11. That is pretty much it for the video. If you found this video helpful or you're excited for preseason, make sure to smash the like button, join the Crimson Pack by subscribing to the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Chen Chen out.